Right now, though, let's talk about college, because a lot of high school students right now, they got to get ready and think, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? So we've got Kelly Hiller, Vice President of Marketing for Purdue University. So good to have you in studio today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so Purdue, not too far from here,
No.
and an option for kids who are trying to kind of stay in the region, but there's a deadline fast approaching for seniors and juniors, right?
There is a fast approaching deadline. We are 48 hours out from the early action deadline.
No way, that close.
So you can still apply after the deadline, but for financial aid and to be guaranteed a decision on January 15th, you need to meet that November 1st deadline.
So you need to get it in now, because you're going to know by January 15th or so, am I going there or not?
Right.
And what is the process like for students trying to put those applications together? You've got student loans. You're just actually the actual application for the school itself, right?
Right. So you obviously can go on our website, purdue.edu. The application process is through the Common App, which is widely used across many universities. So you just need to go through that Common App process and make sure that you get your application into Purdue.
You know, Purdue, an outstanding university. What should people think about when they're looking to choose their school, because it's going to make a big impact on the rest of your life?
Sure. I mean, a proof point that resonates highly with a lot of our students, and especially their parents, is that for 13 years we've had frozen tuition, but we have not compromised on our quality. For numerous years, we've been a top 10 public university according to the rankings, top 10 most innovative. So not only are we affordable and accessible, but we also remain excellence at scale and a high level of rigor.
That's awesome. You've been able to have the tuition frozen for that long, especially given what the economy's been doing to all of us. Yeah, that's fantastic. One thing we've seen with campuses is limited housing. I know when I went to Florida State, I stayed in a temporary housing with about 13 other guys in this sort of like hallway. It was like with all these bunk beds until they figured out who was actually going to come to school and who wasn't. You guys have seen similar issues you're going to have some new construction, adding beds. What's going on with that?
Right, it's definitely been a learning curve for us, and at a time when many universities are closing their doors, we're seeing greater demand than ever, which is a great problem to have, but it does cause a housing issue, and we saw that last summer. Our yield rate was unprecedented. We'd never seen anything like that before, so we are taking a proactive approach, building a new residence hall, looking at our process, and obviously trying to obtain as many beds as possible so that we can welcome as many Boilermakers as we can.
How long does it take to get a new dorm built? I know we're building some new campus housing here at University of Cincinnati, and it seems like it's like a 2 to 3 year process to get that many beds, that many buildings built. Is that about what you guys are looking at too?
It's the same process for us, the same length of time. So you do have to look ahead and plan ahead and have a large physical master plan in place, but we're taking those steps to make sure we can accommodate our students and set them up to have the best experience at Purdue.
What do you think is the biggest obstacle for students right now as they're considering a university? Are they just waiting too long, or they can't figure out what they want to do or who they want to be?
I think that's a combination. One of the things I highly recommend, and I have college students myself with my own children, is to definitely go on a campus visit. Because I think until you experience the place and you're kind of immersed in it, even if it's for a visit, you get the impression like, is this place a fit for me? Can I see myself here?
Sure.
Is the culture here something that I want to be a part of? And you also get the opportunity to ask lots of questions of things that are on your mind that will impact your experience and your decision-making process. So even if you apply, still take the time to do a campus tour wherever you're looking to go. I think it's really important.
Good to do with your parents too, because they can get a feel if they're going to feel comfortable with you being there as well. Now, I know you guys are getting in on some of the Swifty Fun happening in Indianapolis over the weekend. What's going on with that?
We are definitely getting in on the Swifty Fun. There's no doubt about it. It's a real opportunity for us. We look at it, we're a STEM-centered school. We have a lot to offer, but we graduate the largest number of engineers in the country. So what we have decided is to take advantage of the opportunity where we have lots of concert goers coming into the city, because the reality is that women are vastly underrepresented in the STEM fields. And that's something for a long time that's had our attention. We've been working towards. We have the oldest women in engineering program that started in 1969. And so this is an opportunity for us to take concert goers and then expose them not only to Purdue University, to all the different fields that STEM has to offer, and hopefully inspire another generation to take interest in those, and young girls specifically. So we will have a maker space set up in the Circle Center Mall. It'll be open mall hours, Friday and Saturday, completely free, where concert goers and their parents can come in, go through a variety of different activations and activities. We're making friendship bracelets, but we're going to do it with binary code so they can get exposed to coding. You know, we're doing galaxy in a bottle type things, designing through graphic design your own social media background, just different elements and obviously exposure to what just a snippet of what the STEM fields can include.
Well, Taylor Swift always talking about empowering young girls, so it sounds like you guys are doing the same thing. Kelly, great to have you on this morning.
Thank you so much.
And I hope everybody meets the deadline before time runs out.
I do too.
Let's hope so. All right, safe travels back.